to OmniBros Live on a Friday, everybody's favorite day of the week. I am joined today, I'm OmniDog, by the way. I'm joined today by Dom of X. How's it going, buddy?
Dude, it's good to see you, and thank you for having me on. Always a pleasure.
It's great to have you. Thank you for coming. And Comics Guide, who has a bone to pick with me. I goofed that one up. Yeah, this is Comics Guide right here. Yeah.
Make your jokes now, good sir. Make them now.
First of all, this show's on time, James. It was set for 7:05, and that is when we went live. So how dare you? Trying hard to manifest some Wendy's Frosties on the stream. Oh my God.
I had one yesterday. It's just a chocolate, but yeah.
Plain chocolate? You didn't
Just
get
plain
any
chocolate.
mix-ins or syrup or anything?
I don't think I felt it that day. I was like, you know what? I got done with class. Let me enjoy my Frosty in peace, and I made out with it.
Awesome. Mine made me sick the last time I did them.
Hey, Jess, excuse me. Let me see if I can do something about this dog because she's sitting next to me. Let's see if I can put her in another room because she's moving around a lot. Give me a minute, okay? Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
I don't want her to make too much noise. Give me a minute.
Okay, no worries, no worries. William Lee, TGIF, let's go ice cream talk. Well, we just talked about Dom's Frosty that he loved. How big was it?
What did I get? I got a
Biggest
medium.
possible or short?
Medium size.
Medium, okay. Exercising some prudence there. Here's Matt H. That picture will change 10 times in this stream at least. Hey, Kenny, how's it going? David Sexton, haven't seen you in a while. Great to see you. Good to see you, Chris. And peace and love down under from Joey. Good job. Well, we're happy to have you all here as we talk comics and ice cream and whatever else you want to talk about. I will say that Lou is full of himself and he will tell you why in his own way. And I'll have to ask, after he talks, I'll have to ask James a question. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody because he's raring to go. That Lou is. What up, CNSS? So, Dom, what have you read this week that stands out?
I am more than halfway through this DC Finest, which is Silver Age Hawkman, years 61 to 66. I have gotten through the Brave and the Bold portion of the title, just learning about how Carter Hall and Shira were all the way back then. A lot of expository explaining from our fellows from Thanagar. Like, hey, we're policemen from Thanagar. We're here to help, or they do detective work or whatnot. But all of it is illustrated by Joe Kubert, and I love Joe Kubert, and I've had a lot of fun with some of the ways that they solve whatever the crime scene is going on in the book, just overall. And I feel like I've said this every single time I'm on your shows, Jess, but I really have fallen in love with the Silver Age in one way or another. Like, even if one element doesn't work the best for me, I still find other things that I love about the book, despite whatever the circumstances that are going on in the pages. So yeah, I'm really enjoying Silver Age Hawkman. I'm not done yet. Hoping to get done at some point tomorrow morning. But yes, very much enjoying that. I've got an overview that I will be doing of DC The New Frontier on Very Fine Conditions channel. It's going up on Sunday. Just trying to organize that and, a bunch of announcements that we'll be making over the next couple of days for DC.
That is awesome. I agree with you, Lance. I love it too that Dom is loving Silver Age DC. We should do a video on Silver Age, Dom.
At some point, yeah.
Maybe not live, but maybe a couple of short videos on What We Love in the Silver Age?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. We can do that after
The Morrison video that we still need to find a day to record. We will, though. I know we will.
next week. I think is open, so I will be happy to do it next week.
Are you a big Morrison fan, Dom?
I am indeed. Have been since 2018, I think is when I read more and more.
Yes, the Silver Age of DC and Marvel is awesome. I said a prayer for Pope Romero last night before bed. Where is Pope Romero? I have not seen Fantastic Four yet.
You should.
I know. I should have done it today, but we're having company tomorrow. I had to clean the house, and that sucked. But no, I had to help clean the house. So there went my afternoon. So if it's still out next week, I have a.
It should still be in theaters next week.
Was it in IMAX at all, or just regular?
I watched it with my family in IMAX.
In IMAX, okay. I wonder if it's still in IMAX.
Same. I watched it in IMAX. Worth it. Very much worth it.
I'd like to make a day of it, and then I'll just do like I did when I was a teenager and just slip into the other theater and watch Superman again. What's your favorite comic topping on your ice cream?
OMEC Project Fudge. Let's go.
What is what? I'm afraid to ask what that is. For some reason it sounds wrong, but I
think Jarn is just trying to. My favorite comic topping on my ice cream jar are Chocos. Chocos that Martian Manhunter will find and eat if I ever slip it into his locker in the Hall of Justice.
Good one. Good one. I like that.
Chocos. What are Chocos?
The DC version of Oreos.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
There is an issue that I own. It's by John Ostrander that specifically has Martian Manhunter going on a Blaze set for Chocos, and it's up to Blue Beetle and Booster Gold to stop him and his maniacal hunger in his ways. It's one of my favorite issues I've read.
That's in JLI?
No, it's an issue done in the Martian Manhunter run, written by John Ostrander.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I have that. That's hilarious. What was I going to say? Oh, my favorite topping. Well, are we talking like sprinkles or sauce? I would say my favorite topping is butterscotch. And if I can't get butterscotch and it's just rainbow sprinkles, I love sprinkles on vanilla ice cream. That's a good one. That's a good question there, Yarne.
I'm pretty basic. I'll do just a good hot fudge.
Hot fudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a good hot fudge on a banana split, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Banana split. Yeah, we used to get them at Dairy Queen, and it was chocolate, pineapple, and I think marshmallow on the 3 scoops of vanilla.
Is Dairy Queen still a thing?
I have one 5 minutes away from my house.
Really?
Yeah, one of mine's 30 minutes from my house, but I haven't gone in a long time.
They have a decent amount in Canada too. When I went to go visit family back in 2023, I went to Dairy Queen, I think, at least 3 times in the span of a week. So,
Jesus. Wow.
This is a young man. He can eat like a young man can.
Yeah, no. My liver would quit out on me at about twice in a week.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd be buzzing around looking for more sugar. Speaking of Morrison, I've just started reading their JLA. Really digging it so far. Yeah, I need to do a reread of that. I also dug that.
That is a very interesting run, and that was around the time he was on a bit of a hot streak, wasn't he? He was just coming off, I think, wasn't Animal Man? Was he just coming off of Animal Man? Was he around that time?
Let's see, 96. So JLA was in 96. I mean, it was a couple of years before New X-Men. They had just finished Flex Mentalo over on Vertigo with Frank Quietly. Yeah.
So that must have been after Doom Patrol then.
Yep.
You want to talk about a book that was out of print for forever? I thought for a while we would never get Flex Mentalo back in print.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's one of the ones they reprinted. I'm surprised and happy, but that's an interesting one to pick.
Because when did we get that hardcover or collected edition? Because it was out for a while.
I did an overview of, let's see, July, from what I remember. Yeah, mid-July is when we got back in print.
Okay. Still need to watch Lisa Frankenstein and Jennifer's Body. Summer's almost over. Well, I can do that because I binged Andor and finished it. And then last night I watched Rogue One. That is a completely different movie when you watch all of Andor and then watch Rogue One again. I loved Rogue One, but I only saw it a couple times. And it was like it was brand new to me with all the all of Andor leading up to it. I have to say, Andor might be right there with Watchmen as my favorite TV experience.
Oh,
because I mean,
wow.
Lou, you and I loved Watchmen.
Yes.
I think we did a video on it. We watched it at the same time we did a video on it.
Yes, we did.
I feel like maybe James remembers. I feel like I loved another show this year, but I can't remember what it was. But Andor was just picture perfect. Everything. Every woman in there was just a strong female protagonist and able to kick your ass no matter what. Even though they went through all, the emotions and stuff, they had a really stiff spine of steel. Especially Dedra. She was such an interesting character in that. And I disagree out there with you people who think you should skip the first two episodes of Andor. You don't get the backstory if you don't watch the first two episodes. You millennials out there who are so impatient need to just relax and watch the whole thing. Just relax.
You heard it from the man himself.
That is high praise because I still hold in my heart that Watchmen is the best comic book TV show that's ever been done, and it hasn't even been close for me.
Oh, comic book wise, yeah,
it has.
I'll say Andor is the best.
Star Wars.
I'll put it right up there with any of the movies that were good, because have either of you seen it?
No,
I love Andor.
I have season 1. Yeah. I need to sit down and watch them.
Oh, it is
Andor's freaking fantastic.
Yeah,
I agree with every level. Like characters, storytelling, intrigue, suspense, making me go on the edge of my seat despite me knowing what's going to happen to those characters.
Yeah.
And in the movie that obviously follows the show, they did a dang good job with it. I want more Star Wars like that.
I do too. Like that. You're right. I was on the edge of my seat a couple times, maybe like 3 times. It was so tense. They did a good job of making you dig the suspense in it.
It reminded me a lot of the Clone Wars episodes that were like are some of my favorites. Where it's interesting because like in Star Wars, how the story ends, right? Like we have the 4th, 5th, and 6th episodes of Star Wars as like a roadmap to like, all of these paths converge here somehow. But the best adaptations or shows of Star Wars I found where they can just maneuver and find their ways out of, hey, like we know how the story ends. Forget all that. Make a cool story that somehow moves out of the way so you can make something awesome. And I think Andor just falls into the lap of that perfectly.
Yeah.
Well said, my friend. Well said. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great. Yeah, I think the best adaptations and the best things that have changed. I think the best stuff is always when you just nailed it. It doesn't have to be a when we're doing an adaptation, it doesn't have to be a 1-to-1 adaptation. If I want to read Dune, I could read Dune. It doesn't have to be a one-to-one adaptation. Then he made changes, rightfully so, because if you've read Dune, you know the female characters in that book are not the best female characters in the book. They kind of get sidelined really badly. A lot of the female characters in that one, and then he kind of made Shani more of a central focus, and I like that change. Same thing with Watchmen, where they took the source material that was already there and they went, okay, what is the natural progression of this? And how can we mix real life history with this fictional world? And how would that work out? Which is basically, when you read Watchmen, it's kind of what Alan Moore did is, okay, this is kind of where we're at in history. What is the natural progression of this if they were superheroes? And they did that with Watchmen, and oh my God, it was incredible. It was brilliant. Doing a one-to-one adaptation, it's okay, but it just kind of bores me. I just watched the remake of How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm like, okay, well, this is good, but the animated movie this basically was just a one-to-one of the animated movie. I could have just watched that like a few
Was
years
that live action? How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was good. It was good, but it's literally the first movie. One-to-one. Okay. And it goes the same thing with The Last of Us. The Last of Us season 1 is brilliant, but the best episodes and the best moments are the ones where they deviate and they give you a new perspective on things. And that's where it's more interesting for me.
Last of Us was the video game I finished only thanks to my daughter, who, when did I even play it? Like 2017? No, around 2017 or 18. And I was terrible at sneaking around. So, and she was afraid of the monsters. So I killed everything and she snuck around in the shadows so I could kill things. And that's how she was on Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, HZD. Yeah. She initially helped me scurry around in there, but then she actually took over the whole game and was so fast at killing everything. I was like, okay, I'll just watch you. The second one.
Yeah. It and kind of just going back to what I was saying was, you can also do an adaptation and it's too far away from the source material where you kind of lose the main conceit of the whole thing and the main point and plot of the whole thing. They did Y the Last Man a few years ago on FX. I think it was FX. First episode is brilliant. It's incredible. It's a one-to-one almost of like the first 1 or 2 issues of Y the Last Man. Awesome. And then it went downhill so fast. And it's because they deviate so much from the source material and lose sight of what the whole thing is, because they wanted to insert all these other storylines, all these other characters. And I'm like, no. You're doing too much. The story is simple. What if this person is the last man on Earth? And what would happen? We don't need to, what's going on in Washington, don't care about that stuff. Focus on these characters. There's 3 characters that you need to really focus on, and they did too much. Is
one of them Ampersand, the monkey?
I wish.
I remember him.
Yeah, I loved Ampersand.
Yeah, what was that other show you and I liked that got canceled after 1 season? It was really great. Lovecraft
Country. Yes.
Lovecraft Country. That was it.
Yeah, I got canceled after 1 season. That was really disappointing.
Yeah, I did not like that happened because it was telling a really good story.
It was really cool. I really loved it.
Speaking of Superman, I'm seeing it for my 7th and final time in theaters tomorrow. The most I've ever seen a movie in theaters. I have AMC A-List, which helps.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of Superman.
What up, Cage?
Why don't we... hey, James. What's the box office looking like for Superman? Oh, I think we just lost Jess.
This is unfortunate. That's not great. But anyways, yeah, $600 million globally.
Ooh.
It's become the first superhero picture to soar past the $600 million mark at the 2025 global box office.
Global box office.
Yeah, $343.6 million domestically, which is by far the biggest superhero or Superman movie for box office. So
What's closer, Jess? $1 billion or 600 million to $700 million, huh?
Oh, James to my rescue. Can I find 400,000 viewers in a few weeks? Yeah, I did. Now, I concede I will be getting you a burger of your choice whenever you want it. You have won this burger bet.
No, we still have a few weeks. We still got a few weeks.
Burgers. The bet was for theatrical run end. Okay. Well, we might get another 50,000 in there. What if we just end on 700? That would be amazing. If you nailed it.
If I nail this, I am playing the lotto that night.
James, what oh, thank you, NFL dude. Woo, thank goodness for NFL dude. James, did we have a bet on Fantastic Four too, or just Superman?
I think there was one on Fantastic Four.
Okay. Speaking of Fantastic Four and Superman, if you want those in comic book form, you can get their collected editions at instocktrades.com, where you can get your books from 30 to 60% off, maybe even more if you check out the sales. Don't forget your 2% loyalty discount, which I'm not getting this week because I forgot to buy on Tuesday, and it's Friday now. $50 or more. I'm sorry, $50. Yeah, $50 or more gets you free shipping in the United States. This coming Monday, that's right, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, we're giving away a free $50 gift card worth of $50 worth of comic books at InstockTrades.com, courtesy of Instock Trades. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InstockTrades.com.
Good stuff.
Thank you, NFL dude.
Good stuff. And I'm looking right now. There's some good stuff on Instock Trades right now that somebody could use those $50 for.
Yeah, I could.
I could too.
There's the Absolute Superman came out, the first volume of that.
That's what I forgot to get. That and Absolute Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right, NFL dude, but is that worth doing 2%? I guess I could do that. Yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot. I said, I have to go in Discord. I got to post it on OmniBros that we're going on early. So yeah, once again, I have proved that I'm losing my marbles as I get older.
If you want Kindle for your fireplace for this coming holiday season, you can get Blood Hunt Red Band hardcover for $22. You can get that for $22. I mean, it gives off such noxious fumes. How about that?
Wait, let me go to Instock Trades and see Insomnia Cookies. What the hell? Instock
Those
Trades.
of you that don't know, I hate Blood Hunt. God, that was terrible.
Have you read it?
I've read some of it. Thank you. I couldn't get through it because the whole time I was reading it, I was like, "Oh, this is like the Vampire DC book, only shitty." All right, yeah, I got it.
I'm going to share the screen of Instock Trade so we can take a look at it. Okay, let's see. Do we have it there? Yep. Okay. Video, YouTube. What? Okay. So, deals of the week. Oh, Batgirl, Volume 1, Damaged. You can save 35 cents on that. You buy the damaged one. Damaged. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Damaged is 50% off, but regular is 55% off. Okay. You guys do you. It's not my business. But Dom was just singing the praises of this Hawkman, and at one point I had all the Brave and Bold, and then all the issues and I I got really lucky because I had Hawkman 6 in really nice shape, and that's the first Silver Age appearance of Zatanna.
Oh, cool! I didn't know
And a movie about Zatanna was, I don't know. I think people started talking about it, and Warner Brothers said, "Yeah, we're going to make a Zatanna movie."
Mm-hmm.
This is like back in 2017. Obviously, they did not do that, but whoever I sold it to thought there was a movie coming, and I appreciate that guy. Thank you very much. That helped pay for half my health care.
Nice, man.
So, X-Men by Jed MacKay. That is Jed MacKay's run not really that good?
Anyone?
Have you read it, Dom?
I'm reading it because Cyclops is in it, and I guess I have to read everything that Scott's in. It's so, I will say that this era is so different from Krakoa that it took me a couple of months to just get adjusted to the fact that we don't have the island anymore. And I mean, that was the first, like, all of those series were the first Marvel books that I actively picked up in singles. I was a DC guy before, and then House of X came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll give all my money to Marvel. It's not terrible. I have found a way to like it. I just think that if you love Krakoa, it just might be a little bit of you have to make a little bit of an adjustment to get into the brand new runs. But I don't mind the series at all because I love the X-Men still. Like, they're still my favorite group of characters over at Marvel. But I don't know. It took me a while to get into the run, I will say.
Okay.
Fair.
Let's see. New releases. I need to get Absolute Superman in hardcover, 40% off.
Here's a question real quick about Hawkman. Is there a definitive Hawkman run? Because I know I've read next to nothing, admittingly.
I really like Ostrander's Hawkworld.
Okay.
I like the
Venditti's run.
Yeah, Venditti and Hitch on 2018. I like that run a lot. I like the Johns Robinson Rags Morales 2002 run of Hawkman a lot.
Yeah, I agree. There's actually a lot of good Hawkman out there. He's just not ever gotten the popularity of the other superheroes.
Yeah, so the most thing I know about him is that they continuously die, him and Hawkgirl, the Nth Metal thing, and they brought him back during Blackest Night.
There's just a lot of iterations and, I mean, differences of the character. I mean, there's a reason to why there is a TV tropes definition on Hawkman, and it's called Hawkman is Confusing. And it lists off all of the different iterations of the character that we've had since All-Star Comics, and all of them are completely different in comparison to one another. So I think that I don't know. I think that for some people, a lot of it is just like, hey, he's a walking meme because we don't know what his origin is. But I don't know. He's on the JSA. I like the JSA, and they're fascinating. So I like Carter.
This sounds like a Cable situation.
Nothing's as confusing as Cable's story in Krakoa, I don't think.
Cable's origin in general is.
I mean, the Summers family tree is my passion and my love, but only because of how convoluted it is. And that's okay with me. If I can answer John Paul's question at what is this?
This one?
7. No, it was at 7:27.
I'm way behind. Okay. This one?
Yes. Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. My quick review. It's an extended episode. I don't know. It needed to be a movie, but I guess it sold back, way back when. I really like that 2 characters got together, that they had been slow burning for the entirety of the show. I really wish it was. I think it should have just been an episode. I think that's pretty much my overall thoughts on it. But I also, Yeah, I miss that show. I miss those characters, but I don't think we're ever gonna get an extension of that 2003 universe. So is what it is.
Is this an animated thing that's on HBO?
I have no idea if it's on HBO. It might be available on YouTube Movies now, though, because somebody over at YouTube decided to make all of the DC animated movies for free. Like, you can watch Emerald Knights, you can watch Flashpoint Paradox, you can watch all of the Justice League, like, post 2013 movies. They're all free now on YouTube, so I don't even know if you have to go on HBO to do it.
God bless him.
How do you do that? Somebody else's property and you just put it up on YouTube?
I guess YouTube, somebody at YouTube Movies was like, hey, let's make all of these for free instead of asking people $18 to buy it or $9 to rent. And
Okay.
yeah, I've been watching some at very late at night if my brain needs a way to wind down.
Let's see. Let me just say, I was so confident on 1 billion. I was like, if Aquaman can do $1 billion, freaking Superman can do $1 billion.
I think the thing with Aquaman is that people outside of the country wanted to watch there were a lot of cool water action sequences in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that movie, but I don't know. I'm surprised, especially hearing that people are going everybody's going multiple times to it. I thought for sure I was going to win.
Well, Jess, I'm humble in victory as I am in defeat, and
That's so not true.
I'm just like I already told you in text. I like my burger with extra pickles, please.
What about cheese?
Oh, American cheese is fine. I'm not a picky bitch. American cheese is just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomato, lettuce.
Oh, yeah, yes, please, come on.
Okay. Mustard. Did you say you want mustard?
Yes, I'm good with everything except ketchup because, I'm over the age of 12. I don't need ketchup.
I do like ketchup on my hot dog.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree with the hamburger thing. Okay, so all right, I will get your zip code and figure out where it's coming from. Have it delivered on air.
We'll do it next week because I can't. I'm somewhere else right now.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's right. Okay, and here's what we had for Fantastic Four. I had 700. Lou had 620. What's FF at? What?
That's a closer one. That could go either way.
Oh yeah. What's it at?
And 700?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I need it to be like exactly 700, or you're. Well, I don't know. If they took in 699, would I win because it's closer to 700 million, or would you win because it's in the sixes?
I have no clue. That's a good question. I don't know.
Somebody make some rules there in the chat.
Are we playing Price is Right rules?
What's
Price
that?
is Right, or whoever gets to the closest wins?
Yeah, if you go over, you don't win. Isn't that Price is Right? If you go over, if the guess is over the real figure, you lose.
Somebody in the chat will know.
Good night, Omnibus Collectors Network. Hi, OmniDog, Dom, and Comics Guide. Good to see you, Axel. We didn't talk about pancakes, but we did talk about Dairy Queen and Frosties and banana splits. Just the regular kind of ice cream talk.
I do need to go buy some pancakes now that you mention it, Axel. We ran out of pancake mix like a week ago, so.
My Hawkman is coming Sunday. Looking forward to reading it and hearing what Dom and Curtis think of it on Friday the 29th on their DC Finest show.
Yes, indeed.
I thought Curtis was on it with you. And he
is indeed.
Okay, let me just show you what the new releases are. James and other people have been really hyping this of Aliens versus Avengers, saying it's really good.
I think my take on Aliens versus Avengers is that it's Hickman's best Marvel book post Inferno. And I think I'm going to stand by that.
post Inferno, the
X-Men miniseries that he wrote back in 2021.
That was during Krakoa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
that was his last hurrah.
Okay, I think Inferno and X Lives and Deaths of Wolverine is where I finished. Okay, so Arkham Horror sounded interesting. There's Batgirl. Tom King Omnibus. Here's something I didn't expect. Detective Comics by Mariko Tamaki Omnibus. That's cool.
I got it right next to me.
Do you?
I do indeed.
That is nice. Monstrous. Oh, we're in top sellers now.
Nightwing by Tom Taylor. Look, if you win that $50, you should all be picking up that Nightwing by Tom Taylor book. That is a great deal for that book.
I agree. Monstrous, that's good. City of Tomorrow. Here's a great book. Superman War World. Look at that boss cover.
Steve Beach, which apparently Philip Kennedy Johnson has the original art hanging in one of his offices.
The original art to this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Holy guacamole.
That Superman is yoked.
Oh yeah, he is. Oh, here's Blood Hunt for you, Lou.
Why is it on the top sellers list?
Red Band.
People want the mature man.
You all disappoint me. Everybody in this chat. You have fantastic week in and week out. We give you fantastic recommendations on this show. We give you top quality stuff. And you settle for slop like Blood Hunt. Come on.
Okay, I won't admit that I ordered this already.
Yes.
No, I haven't ordered anything.
Oh my gosh. I was about to say, you're part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Mediocrity rises to the top when we allow it to.
And I thought I needed Fall of the House, Rise of Powers of 10, but I think I have all the trades. So I don't think I'm getting that. This is great. Dan Jurgens action. Swamp Thing. Is that it for top sellers? Oh, okay. More top sellers. Oh, okay. Batman, World's Finest. Absolute Batman, rather. Justice League.
A lot of good
A
stuff.
lot of DC on this.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle. Wow.
Hey, look, Nightfall.
I love that Blue Beetle book a lot.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know a single thing about that Blue Beetle. Oh, it's got Steve Ditko art. Where Jess doesn't know shit about Steve Ditko. Where's that viewer?
Oh, poor Josh. The first half of it is all Silver Age Dan Garrett, which is essentially a minor reboot of his character. And the second half is Steve Ditko drawing and creating Ted Kord and his first adventures, and it collects everything up until Crisis on Infinite Earths, when Blue Beetle, or Ted Kord anyways, gets and reintegrates himself into the actual DC universe.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's also got the Question and Blue Beetle Charlton team up in the early 80s as well.
Oh, wow. I don't know anything about Blue Beetle. I better get this book. There's Wonder Woman and Batgirl, Stephanie Brown, all new X-Men, of course, my favorite X-Men. Be Quiet, very fine condition. Here's Black Kiss Omnibus that Josh Greathouse loves so much. Jimmy Olsen, which was great.
Best comic book series of 2020s, right? What was the release date? 2021? 22?
The trade, yeah. When was that? 2021?
2021, yeah.
That sounds about right.
That's my favorite comic so far of these 10 years of this decade.
Yeah. If they make an absolute of it, I will get that for sure.
I hope we get a Jimmy Olsen miniseries from James Gunn, because I think that could be really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'd be really fun.
I liked how he was so much of a ladies' man in...
Yeah.
Superman the movie.
Yeah, they nailed Jimmy Olsen.
Okay. Doink. Okay. X-Cammers here. What up? That doesn't sound like too high of praise for X-Men.
I'm still trying to adjust to the new era. I know it's been, well, here's a weird thing too. Lance, like, we're about to start up an X-Men event that's very much structured like Night Terrors. Like all the books are taking a hiatus for the Age of Revelation crossover event. But it's the same creative teams that were on those X-Men books that are doing this weird, like, futuristic-esque as the, again, future book type of setting. So yeah, maybe it took way too long for me to adjust, but here I am.
Sounds like it's an X-Men problem, not a you problem. Kenny's really loving Superman by Josh Williamson. I agree. Action Comics and Batman Super World's Finest by Mark Waid. I agree. All from DC, all in. So far, great runs. Golden Age Hawkman is where the juice is at. But Lars says the Hawk World miniseries by Timothy Truman is a must-read. I remember reading that back with singles when it came out.
Here, I have a question for you, Dom, real quick, because you seem to be really passionate about the Krakoa era. Do you feel it stuck the landing fairly well after Hickman's departure? Because from what I've seen, the overwhelming consensus is it started out amazingly strong. Hickman seemed to have a really solid handle on most of the books because he seemed to be like overseeing everything. And then his tenure ended abruptly, apparently. And that's when things started to get a little bit messy and a lot of fans started jumping off. Because I jumped off. I had started and I was all gas on it. I was like, wow, this is incredible. I love these books. I love the concept. Oh my God, this is starting to feel like homework. This is starting to get a bit too convoluted for my taste. And then I just dropped off eventually out of all of it. Obviously, there are the hardcore fans that are like, I got to read it all. That was Jess. You're kind of still going through all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Riley's read the majority of it as well, and probably Omar at this point. Do you think that it became too much, as X-Men tends to become too much, and people just started to fall off, and it got a little messy?
I think they did the best that they could, considering the circumstances. COVID completely altered the plan for everything, because that's when, at least from an interview that I read, I think it was on Games Radar, I can't remember, where Hickman essentially said that he had plans and COVID happened. They said no to some of his pitches, and he decided, well, everybody else seems to like this a lot more than I am, so I'm going to leave, which is what he's oddly been doing at all of the properties he's been at Marvel since the end of Krakoa. Once you get past, I think, Wave 3, so like the Destiny of X stuff, like titles weren't selling, comparatively high, because like Wave 3, you're going to get a lot less people in than the first wave, which makes sense. And I think with the limited backbone that the creators were given, I really do think that they did the best that they could. We still had a lot of interesting ideas of the nature of not only the island, but also expansion into other parts of the Marvel universe from like Ewing and Gillen and those guys. A lot of those series I ended up liking regardless. But my thing is also, there's also like another story in the back of my head where we have an alternate universe where Hickman just writes X-Men in a random book like he did with Avengers, New Avengers, or Fantastic Four and Future Foundation for like 3-4 years. It ends and we're like, oh, Hickman was on this, like, those books, it was his vision. No one else is doing anything alongside it. What does that universe look like? And I firmly believe that there is an alternate universe like that. So
yeah,
I'll take what I have. It got me into the X-Men. It got me into a section of or just overall into Marvel in ways that I never had expected before. But I'm just coming at it from the viewpoint of thankful for what we got, instead of like, man, can I nitpick every single crevice that I was promised and I didn't get because Hickman said I can't continue whatever it is anymore.
Yeah, Hickman has always been a big idea guy, right? That always comes with a bit of a slow burn and stuff like that. And certainly, if you've read his Avengers stuff, where a lot of fans were reading it, those first few issues of Avengers are a little tough for your everyday average comic book fan. He's throwing a lot of concepts at you. He's throwing a lot of stuff at you with the idea of, I'm going to trust you that you're going to follow me through this. And if not, then sorry. I've got a plan and I'm going to stick with it come hell or high water. And it turned out to be, I think, one of the best modern day Avengers runs that we've had. But it took a while to get there. And it delivered. It's certainly very prose heavy, very idea heavy, and you got to be into that stuff. Whereas I think a lot of fans are like, well, I kind of like my Avengers to be a little bit more fun and a little bit more of that. And I think the same thing can kind of be said about his Fantastic Four stuff, where there's a lot of really interesting concepts and a lot of really high-minded ideas with this Fantastic Four run. And then he kind of wraps up his run, and then we get a couple of issues where he's like, okay, I'm just going to play now. I'm going to do a couple one-off issues and stuff like that, like the Thing with the pirate suit and everything, and that was fun. But that's kind of how I felt, is that once Hickman left the X-Men, it was like, well, this was rather abrupt, and doesn't seem like the whole fruition of what he had the whole plan he had for it didn't come to fruition, is the general gist of what I got.
Yeah, and it's also interesting, too, because now he's ending his run on Ultimate Spider-Man at issue 24.
Is it officially ending?
It's officially ending.
God damn it.
And he's on to, I suppose, bigger and better, with him sort of like relaunching the Cosmos with Imperial. Although I feel so conflicted on that miniseries, but I guess that's another topic for another time. I think this is the Hickman we have nowadays. I think the old, like, I'll write 90 issues of something. Hickman is, I think we're past that. And I don't know. His indies are good. I really like Decorum. What I've read of Three Worlds, Three Moons is actually pretty good. I just feel like there's just a lot of give and take between all of his Marvel stuff. I mean, Hickman he was at one point my favorite writer. He was for a good 3-4 years. I don't know if I can say that at this point, which kind of sucks, because I really, really like his ideas, and I really, really like picking apart his brain and what he says about the universe and life as a whole. So
the Ultimate Spider-Man thing is disappointing to me, because it just feels like the book is just getting started, and he's really starting to hit really just putting the pedal to the metal, hit his stride, however you want to say it. It feels like the book is really starting to take off right now. And I'm like, you're kind of cutting the book off at the legs if you just decide, yeah, I've got about 10 more issues left in me and then I'm done. Like, really? Really? Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
You set up a lot here, bud.
Yeah, it sucks, because when the Ultimate Universe started, or when he started having the kick to go back into comics and taking over the concept that Cates threw around, and he eventually took over, he said in an interview that he wanted to write Ultimate Spider-Man until he couldn't stop writing. And I thought that meant at least 50 issues. I'm like, all right, give us a cool Spidey run. I'm not asking for Bendis level issues of Spider-Man. I mean, that guy wrote over 200 issues of Spider-Man, but I wanted something super long term. And I guess he just doesn't have any more stories to tell for the character, which sucks. But what can you do?
You brought up Cates. The original plan was for Cates to kind of kick everything off and kind of spearhead this. Maybe Cates will jump back in. Who knows? I know there's been a lot of behind the scenes issues with them. Certainly, we won't talk about it here, but maybe we will get the triumphant return of Donny Cates, who was on a hot streak for a few years there, and then out of nowhere just kind of fell off of everything.
I don't know.
Wait, are we done?
No, I was just my last point just being like, I have no idea what they're gonna do, but I hope for while everyone's sick, that we get some cool comics out of it regardless. That's it.
Okay, I agree with that. Jess, you would love Supergirl by Sophie Campbell. I am awaiting the first collection. I love Supergirl. Reaper has a question. I can't help you, Reaper, but maybe the chat can. Does anyone know the best way to clean off grout haze from new tiles? I don't even know what grout haze is. Is that mold in the grout, or what's grout haze? Is that something that's just in Australia? What is grout haze?
I don't know.
That's
you live in Australia. Everything out there will kill you. So
Lance is hoping to pick up the Superman Adventures compendium since those issues are no longer on DC Infinite. That blows.
That's the first compendium I ever got, and I really, really like the compendium and all the issues that are in there. Surprisingly, has strong issues from creators I would have never thought. Oh, they can write Superman, so not too bad.
That's good. Oh, he changed his name. Now it's Just Doesn't Know Shit About Luffy. Omnidog. It used to be about Ditko. Omnidog Blue Beetle DC Finest review, please. Okay. I'm up for that. After this, I will order that Blue Beetle DC Finest.
I will also say it is very ridiculously thin. It's a 368-pager DC Finest.
Okay. Dom, I'm reading Blue Beetle DC Finest. I'm still in the early Dan Garrett.
Good stuff.
Identity Crisis is terrible. That's correct. But Meltzer's JLA was pretty solid at the time. Okay. Interesting. Here's Hogwash Poppycock. Where have you been, man? A lot of the From the Ashes books also got canceled.
What's they cancel? I mean, they just ended. I think canceled is the wrong word. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Sounds like the Age of Apocalypse gimmick to me. Is Jordan White still in charge of the X office?
He is not. Tom Brevoort is now in charge of both the Avengers and the X-Men offices. He took over after 2024. So when From the Ashes started, he was the guy to pick it up, and he's coordinating all those books.
I jumped off Krakoa after X of Swords. I didn't enjoy that much, and it just got too convoluted. I'm getting close to Mutant Massacre in the Claremont run. Dom, do you have a DC Finest shelf, or are they scattered?
I do indeed. I have a billion in my room, and all of my Finest are on my top two shelves. Now top two shelves. It used to be top one, and then I got more, and now I have to find homes for some other ones.
Yeah, how many are there so far? You must have every one, right?
I have every one. There's at least 25.
Whoa.
So there's a good chunk of them now, and I'm enjoying them in one way or another. Still quite odd to me, but I'm very happy with all of them.
Okay, cool. That's really good to hear. Good evening, y'all. I stopped after Inferno. Okay. Duggan and Gillen did what they could to carry the mainline comics. The secondary and tertiary series either fizzled at points or are complete skips. Oh, use a steamer for cleaning grout. There you go, Reaper. Thanks, NFL dude. Shorter attention spans for long-form entertainment, killed decades-long non-adaptation TV, and 600 to 100 issue comics. From the big two, you get maybe 25 issues, 3 or 4 trades, and then move on to something else.
Yeah, I think I can safely say that my generation accidentally has killed a lot of things. Whether unintentional or not, we cannot pay attention for anything. I can't pay attention for anything. Again, speaking for myself, but it's my generation that's touting all the TikToks and we're only going to watch this thing for like 15 seconds of gratification and move on to the next thing. It's always, what's the next thing that we can move on to that doesn't take as much time to consume, but you can still consume as much of it as possible. So yeah, I will take my I will take my generation's blame for that.
I'm loving Ultimate X-Men right now. We're finally seeing some big fights instead of smaller scuffles, and me like it. Joey, hey Omnidog, I heard in previous live you mentioned we can vote for comic creators. Just wondering where this is so I can help out the bros. Are you Joey, are you talking about the thing that just came out like last week? Well, I think James has posted it before. It's a awards thing. I can't remember what the award is, but I think Very Fine and Aussieverse, and somebody nominated James for it. It's like a YouTube
moderator, whatever it's called.
Yeah. James, I think this must be what Joey's talking about. James, do you have a link for that? Oh yeah, sorry Samantha. I forgot to tell everybody. Happy to be watching my fave people on YouTube. Wow, thank you for the nice compliments. Reaper, you're asking Samantha if she has crowd haze removal tips? That's really funny. I really don't like predetermined run lengths for most writers now. I guess it's better than being told a month before you were done on a title, but a lot of world character arc building is muted.
Well, I find it interesting you say that, Matt, because part of it is sometimes an editor will ask a brand new creator, can you do 1 or 2 arcs of a book and then move on to the next thing? And if it's successful enough, or if there is enough fan attention, then it'll continue. I think of something like, I don't know, G. Willow Wilson's Poison Ivy might be the exception to the rule, but it was supposed to be a 6-issue series. She was only signed on for 6 issues. People loved it, and now it's a full-blown ongoing that will probably get an omnibus someday. And there are other points where, creators only want to do 4 or 5 issues of something, or even 1 issue of something, and just call it a day. I think that just because of how competitive it is to get on a lot of these, whether it's flagship books or smaller titles, it's both easier and harder for creators to either get on, a long ongoing, or something small. Like, it just depends on what those creators want to do and how long editorial wants to put on them. So I think it's an interesting case by case basis, but just because of all of the different types of books that we have nowadays, I think it really just is up to whoever wants to do it for as long as possible, or short as possible. It just depends on who it is, what the book is, what the characters are, and all those factors, I think, roll in for that.
Okay, this is a legit question, and I'm interested in the answer too. Although there's a lot of extra letters in there that aren't supposed to be.
Hey, Superman and MJ together. That's an interesting ship.
Superman for MJ. Yeah. This is a legit question for Kenny, who does love Superman and Supergirl. What Superman run haven't you liked? That's a really good question.
Do you guys feel like we're going to start seeing more 9 to 10 issue runs and it's just done? Certainly there are writers that have made a living off of that. Tom King's best work, and for the most part, he's got a few longer runs than that, is always these 1 to 12 issue runs where he's like, yep, I got my story, I'm telling it, I'm out. We've gotten a few classics from Tom King because of that. We're getting a Supergirl movie that's based on one of those books next year.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait. So is it better for a writer to just go, you know what, I've got about 12 issues and I'm going to write it, I'm done? Or is it better, I'm just going to stretch this thing out until the wheels fall off of it? Because we saw examples of that when Bendis took over Avengers. I'm going to write the hell out of this thing until the wheels fall off of it, and people eventually go, okay, I think we're done with Bendis on the Avengers.
Well, I think the commodity with Tom King is that he's not only better for those shorter runs, but I think those like 6 to 12 issue series are better for him because that's when he's at his best. You put him in a contained room and say, hey, can you write a story? The story will probably be good because he doesn't bounce around, a lot of the time. I picked up Batman by Tom King in singles, and I cannot tell you for the love of God, like this might just be teenager Dom talking, but I just kept going like, okay, when is the next plot point going to drop? Because nothing happened in this issue. But you can't say that, because every single writer does their, writes differently. Everybody has their own style, and Tom King's poetic style is just so different from what a lot of writers tend to do nowadays. Like, I don't think you give that same contained room to somebody like, I don't know, who's a good, like, I don't know, Kelly Thompson, who I think is just crushing it on Wonder Woman. Like, Kelly Thompson and Tom King have completely different writing styles. They have completely different strengths, I think, as creators. And I don't think that you can tell somebody to, or expect somebody to perform the same if you give them the same situation. And if you extend that for the entirety of lines, I mean, you're asking people, you're setting people up to fail. So I would rather prefer, like, it probably will be a 10 to 12 issue thing for Marvel, just because that's how they see, I think, a lot of the market. And unless it's like a flagship like an Avengers or an X-Men, Amazing Spider-Man, Daredevil, or Captain America, I think that we're going to just see a lot because everybody wants the new number one, and we're going to have to find ways around it. So that's just my 2 cents.
What do you think, Jess? Are we going to start seeing more 1 to 12 issue runs and less of these big 60 issue epic? I think we're already starting to see it, frankly, where a lot of writers are like, yeah, I'm going to write this for about 30 issues, 25 issues, and then I'm going to bounce off the book because that's what I want to do.
Well, that's a good question. I feel like Philip Kennedy Johnson on Action has been writing a long time. So he's got a lot of issues that once you get past the fabulous Warworld saga, which is a lot of issues in itself because it's an omnibus. And I think he's still writing Action, isn't he?
He's not, but he is writing a 12-issue Book of L series that caps off some of his threads that he set up in Future State, and also his Action Comics run.
So he's coming back to wrap it up, basically.
This is apparently, anyways, his last word on the character.
I don't. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm wondering how long Kelly Thompson wants to keep writing Birds of Prey. I hope it's a long time, because it's so great.
Yeah.
We've got 3 trades of Wonder Woman by Tom King. I'd like it to go on more because I really love that book, but I don't know. It's hard. And Tinian writes a lot of issues. He just had the first Batman omnibus, and he's going to get another one with Fear State in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you can make the argument that it depends on the writer and it depends on the sales, I guess. But as you say, Tom King is best with the 6 and 12 issue runs, and but I also wonder, Dom, if you would have enjoyed it more in collected form, where it wasn't just issue to issue once a month, instead of if you read it first, like in the omnibus or in the deluxes. For me, it flowed a lot better just sitting down and just going right through all 6 deluxes.
There's a lot of payoff in that book. There's a lot of stuff that King sets up. There's the stuff with Bane and everything like that. And there's a lot of really wonderful one-off issues that Jess and I have talked about multiple times on the show. The date night issue is fantastic.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite issues in that run.
Oh my God.
And overall, like one of my favorite stories on Batman in the 2010s. I think it ended up like I made a top 10 like stories for Batman in 2010s, and that ended up being like number 2 or number 1 on my list. I can't remember, but it was a list that I made on the DC Comics subreddit back a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite issues of the last few years. The date night issue, the issue where you see what their lives would have been. What the possibility of Catwoman and Batman. I genuinely teared up in that issue. I was like, wow, you really knocked this out of the park.
The annual where they grew old together?
Oh my God, that ripped my heart out, dude.
Same.
Oh, such a brilliant one-off issue. Because everybody was like, man, it sucks. We never really got to see what their life would be like married. That's the issue.
Yeah.
If they got married and you saw the whole, that's the whole, in that issue, you get it. It's brilliant. I love it. And I think Tom King's strengths are always these kind of slice of life stories, because Vision is slice of life. Mm-hmm. You can take out the superheroic stuff and you just leave it with the characters. It still works because at its core, it's about family and it's about what that means and dealing with trauma, and that still just works. Even what was the last one that was really good that we talked about? The art was incredible. Had a retro vibe. Came out 2 years ago.
Tom King?
Yes.
Was it was it the Greg Smallwood Human Target?
Yes, Human Target.
I love that book.
Yeah, Human Target. It's about spy stuff. It's about like figuring out. It's an old trope, but it's still a very human, pardon the pun, slice of life story and trying to figure stuff out. I think it works best with that material. So I'm loving his Wonder Woman run right now, and I think he's said, somebody quoted us in the chat like about, NFL dude caught it. He said he wants to write 100 issues of Wonder Woman. We'll see how it goes. So far, I think he's doing really well. I like all the stuff that he's doing with the character.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
I think the Wonder Woman line is incredibly strong right now.
Kay Quinn, welcome. Thank you for being here. Samantha does not have any around the house tips for Reaper. There's the Comic Book Community Awards, and James is on it, as well as other friends of ours, friends of the channel. And there, Joey's happy about that. Good.
If I can also add to what you guys were not only talking about with Tom King, I also want to quote, and this also goes back into the, how long are issues now going to, or runs going to be, how many issues will they be? I'm not going to name the creator, but I remember talking to them like off record. It wasn't on an interview or anything. And I just asked them like, hey, like, how's the gigs going over, at the company that they're working at? And they told me that it was super frustrating because, they're reading Peter David's X Factor, or they're reading Johns' Green Lantern, or you're reading Morrison's X-Men, and you're seeing like, hey, these runs that are 40 plus issues long, like these creators just staying on for the longest time, and they're stuck on smaller issue series because that's all that the company that they're working with can garner them.
Wow.
And just talk about like the frustration of rolling over and like, what's my next gig going to be? What are the characters that are going, who are the characters I'm going to write? What's the premise? Is the pitch the same? Is it something that I can pull over from a past series that they've been writing? So sort of the unstable environment that you're just thrown into, because let's just say you're writing a book about Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, just happens to run for, let's just say that it got originally solicited for 5 issues. Let's just say for 5 issues you can write Blue and Gold. And DC says like, hey, you can write 2 more issues, but we're going to have to cancel the book by then. Imagine going like, okay, like, is my email going to be, is an email going to be sent to me by either company or whoever saying, hey, can you, we want you to write a series for us? Because, like these guys aren't, it's not the highest paying jobs in the world. Mm-hmm. And I feel for people like that who might not have the security blanket that some of the other bigger name creators have. Mm-hmm. And just like the overall day-to-day going like, put your all in a script, and if it doesn't do well, or if there just isn't enough appraise for it, the next thing you're going like, is there even a next thing that I can go to?
Okay. I'm about to start reading the Ultimates today. Really excited about Ultimate Daredevil. I don't think I knew there was Ultimate Daredevil.
I didn't either.
It's a rumor from Bleeding Cool.
Oh, okay.
What's the team on it? Have they said?
They're reporting, so please do not quote me on this. Alex Packnadel is going to be writing the title.
Interesting. He's a priest in that world. So that's interesting.
Which isn't too off from what Salat and Ahmed had been doing in his Daredevil run.
Yeah, but it's Salah, and maybe this will be good.
Okay.
You said it's not me.
I mean, he's not a bad writer.
No, it's the
He's
first
not a great
Daredevil run
writer.
that I haven't cared for it.
If mediocrity wasn't, never mind.
No. It's under that. I could see what he was doing in the first arc of that Daredevil run, and after that, I was like, man, I miss Chip Zdarsky. I miss good Daredevil. Right?
Let's see. Oh, here's one for you, Lou. That's a 1 out of 2. This is for Lou. I made it through book 8 of Wheel of Time. Even though I'm in the slog, that ended up being one of my favorites. Taking a nice long break from that series before starting book 9.
Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Are you going to pick up the deluxe editions that are going to come out at the end of the year? They're starting those, putting out one a year in December.
Even as a fan of the series, the characters can be very annoying and the writing is often repetitive. Robert Jordan would spend pages describing what a taken. Holy guacamole.
That can be epic fantasy. They're singing happy birthday, so give me a second to my brother.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out.
And here's NFL dude telling you how to fix your grout, Reap. Thank you, NFL dude. Grout haze is after you newly grout tiles. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Kenny did not care for New 52 Superman, Injustice Superman, and DCEU Superman really did not care for. Not bad, but could have been better. Wait, what's DCEU Superman?
Zack Snyder's version of the character.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Here's something interesting from Yarno. Important to remember that attention spans aren't shorter, but when conditioned on shorter, faster material, brains just get used to it. It's like reading books becomes easier when you read more books. It's fixable when you just give it a go, excluding people with ADHD. That's actually very helpful. Thank you, Yarne.
Somebody who has ADHD, I can sympathize with that.
Yeah. Here's Hondo. What up, buddy? If they keep the path of 4 to 12 issues, then will they eventually have to change their pattern of printing omnis by writer, or start printing more omnis by character run, even if it's multiple writers?
I think what's going to happen, especially in the wake of a lot of 10-issue, 5-issue series over in the From the Ashes lines, I mean, you're going to have to see like creative title names for some of those bigger, like for omnibuses, if we even get that at all. I think there's just another side of me that says there's a possibility that we might never see some of these books collected in oversized form because of the trepidation in printing out oversized hardcovers, and also just the uncertainty of that. Will somebody buy X-Men From the Ashes dash whichever characters or group of characters or whatever?
Okay. Which books in the From the Ashes trades do you like the most? I know there's like Psylocke, Phoenix, the various X-Men books. What are ones you have liked the most? Do you like any of them?
I like Magic. I mean, I'm the opposite of Peter in that I actually do really like Phoenix. That has been one of my favorite series to come out.
How about Psylocke?
I think it's fine. It's not my favorite. I think there's a portion of me that misses Hellions.
Oh yeah,
Plan on, but I've enjoyed. I think it's fine. I just don't think it's top of the list for me. Storm has been really good. I think it'd have to be those three if I had to pick and choose between the solos or the side titles.
Yeah. So has Magic been collected yet?
Let's see. There's a volume 1 might or might not have come out, but I'll check on that for you, Jess.
All right, thank you. Because of course I want to get that.
It's coming out on the 9th of September, so it is.
Okay, great.
Honestly.
Thank you. Well, good morning, Hayden, or good evening, or good middle of the night. Thank you for being here.
Good evening.
Short runs aren't just for Big Two. Gene Yang is coming on to TMNT after Aaron with issue 13. The DWJ is already done with Transformers 2. Michael Fife's Copra might be the longest running modern comic.
Is Copra still going?
Copper is still going.
Wow, man,
it's crazy.
I
will
that years ago, the first 6 or 12 issues of that.
Same.
That feels like 20 years ago to me, or
a long time. On the subject of those two creators, I can't remember where Jason Aaron said it, but he did. I think it might have been comicbook.com where he said that the plan was always going to be 12 issues and dip for TMNT.
Okay.
Although I do find it interesting because they also relaunched the title specifically for him to join again on, but that's the point. I'm very, very excited for Gene Luen Yang's run. There's some stuff there that no, I'm not going to tease. I'm not going to flex, but I'm very excited.
Are you excited for Robert Kirkman taking over Transformers? Yeah.
Dan Moore is going to be drawing it. So at least it'll look. I have no idea how Dan Moore even. That guy has somehow found a way to make it 48 hours in a day work.
Yeah.
Between him doing that, he's doing a DC KO miniseries tie-in that's all drawn and covered by him. That he's doing with Joshua Williamson.
Yep.
Because he wants to draw Batman, I guess. He's still drawing Justice League Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
He's still doing like 15 variant covers for DC every month, or just about, which I don't get his output, but that's besides the point. I wanted to say real quick on Daniel Warren Johnson. I think the thing that I'm most surprised with him is that he even got to 24 plus issues in the first place. Because just like Tom King, he also is a miniseries guy.
Yeah.
He's not a long-term, I'm going to stay on a book for however long I want to. It's the first book that he's done that's gone on that long. Like Extremity, Murder Falcon, Beta Ray Bill. Like those are all short series. They're not long epics. But nonetheless, I'm still very impressed that we got 24 issues out of DWJ, and if they ever make a library edition out of it, I'll be there.
Dan Mora, top 5 right now for me. Top 5 working artists. Mm-hmm. Just in terms of output and quality.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem. I don't think I've ever seen a bad issue by the guy.
No,
which is insane. Like it's crazy. He's the only reason that after DWJ is off Transformers that I'm gonna go. Oh well, at least.
Yeah, it's Dan Mora. I can't say no. Like
yeah,
it's him drawing. I think I can't remember who released some of the the first couple of pages of the first issue preview, but I was like, oh my gosh. He was born to do this. Like it's insane. On top of that, he did an issue in the Terrifics. It was issue 25. It was him and Gene Luen Yang, and the issue is a choose your own adventure RPG like story. Like there are panels that specifically have this make you go like, oh, here, here, here. And then if you want a character to do something, you have to go to that specific page to see what the outcome is. And the whole point of the issue is to make sure that the Terrifics stay alive. Because, you turn to the wrong page, you could accidentally kill them.
That's issue 24?
Issue 25 of the Terrifics, yeah.
Okay, let me go get that so I can show.
I gotta read that because that sounds
It's
like
so good. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if the man takes a nap. It's just like somebody calls him and they're like, hey, do you want to draw something cool? Or do you want to draw Batman? Joshua Williamson probably went on the email. Hey, Josh, I know you're doing, we're already doing Superman, but I want to do a Batman tie-in. Can you do it for me? Now he's doing a freaking tie-in to the main event, all done by him, which is absolutely insane.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he just doesn't sleep. He just goes on 48-hour cycles of just drawing and then takes a nap and then does another 48 hours.
So you said issue 24 or 25?
25 of the Terrifics.
Okay. Yep, I got it. I forgot Gene Yun Lang wrote this. I really need to read this. I think it's already out in Compendium or something, right?
Okay. Yep. I gotta get going because my little one is getting angsty and we gotta drive. So
okay. Thanks for being here, buddy.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. Great conversation.
Talking to you again, Lou.
Nice seeing you, Dom, Jess. I'll see you around, buddy.
Okay, burger winner.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Which turret? Oh, wow. It starts right off with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me highlight myself just so, and you can narrate it if you need.
I will happily. So, yes, you can choose. Obviously, you have Phantom Girl, Plastic Man, Metamorpho, and Mr. Terrific all in one. And you can say, hey, I want to follow their own specific adventure in that specific title. So it's up to you to not only make sure that you're on their adventure, but that they get to the end of their adventure all in one piece. If you go down, whatever it might be, they have to stop the enemy. They have to go find the secret thing. If they die, it is on you. So make sure that you turn to the right page. You might run into some characters that I was surprised when I saw Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy on if you choose, I won't say which, but if you choose one of them, you end up in a scenario where you have to fight them. They make interactions with you and you're like, oh, wow. I didn't know that Gene Luen Yang wanted to write a Poison Ivy Harley Quinn story, but here we are. There is a secret hidden door that tells you, hey, what if we put a lock? Which one is the right way to turn that lock? And I chose wrong every single time. There's 4 of them. You have to choose the right one. Again, if you don't, you are left in the dust. Sometimes your teammates will happen to come along the ride with you because you end up in a scenario where, oh, hey, I didn't know that you were here too. It's like you're playing a 4-player video game and you all get different things to do. And sometimes you just happen to be in the same spot because your missions are the same. I think that is the best way that I can explain it.
Wow, and this is so cool, Dom.
And you end up in a story that I think only Gino and Yang ended up. But yeah, you get the end of possibility title, if you will, if you happen to not do so well on your mini test. But the nicest thing about this specific issue is that, and that's the end, is that all of the page numbers are highlighted. So even in the collected editions, I know that some of them don't have page numbers. All the page numbers are there, so you at least know where you're going at every single tracking point. But yeah, kudos to them, because I'm like, that is a crazy idea that I wish sometimes were more implemented. Like just one-offs. It doesn't have to be the whole part. Like I'm not asking for someone to write Die by Kieran Gillen in every single book, but
yeah,
it's stuff like that makes the medium cool and for what it is.
That is so cool. I am behind I am way behind not reading that. Let's see. PKJ's Batman and Robin run so far has been one arc over 10 to 11 issues, and it was unnecessary. Okay. Fire and Ice 70 issue series, please.
We've gotten 2 6-issue series, which is more than I originally thought we would get, but I'll take it.
Lars asks, was there not an Ultimate Daredevil Elektra miniseries?
They're talking about the, I think Samantha's talking about the 2024 Ultimate Universe in post. Not the old one.
There's an Ultimate Daredevil from last year?
Oh no, this is the from the the original Ultimate Universe, not the new one.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure I disagree with this. I think Ahmed got lucky with Black Bolt. Nobody cared for his Miles series, and DD immediately dropped off.
The only reason I read that Miles series was because, I don't know, I like the character. I think there were some interesting bits in it. Like, I like some arcs more than others, but I thought it was just okay in the end. I liked his Miss Marvel series, actually. That and Black Bolt are my 2 favorite Solid and Ahmed books. For me, anyways.
Okay. Did not know about the Wheel of Time Deluxe editions. I'll have to check those out. Don't need to spend the money, though. I agree. Need to get into those Wheel of Time books because I love the show and still so mad it got canceled. I avoid all of these stories being cut or canceled by mostly reading full story graphic novels. Yeah, Chris has an unbelievable amount of graphic novels that I've never even heard of, and his library carries them all, and he reads them all. From the Ashes, Uncanny X-Men was fun in the beginning, but gets more annoying as it goes on.
That book is like a tidal wave for me. There are points from it's a tidal wave. That's how I call it. Up and down.
Oh. Has Dan Mora drawn machines/robots before? He drew a great book in I just had it on my brain. Once Upon a Time.
Once in Future.
Once a Future. Thank you. I think that was my first experience with Dan Mora art.
It's a pretty good experience, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's a fabulous book. Dan Mora, I don't know how he does it, but man, his artwork is so good. Dan Mora exists outside of space and time with all. Yeah, I agree. Love Dan Mora's artwork, especially when Tamara Bonvillain, awesome last name, is the colorist.
Indeed.
Oh, Jewish Dragons appears. What up, buddy? There was a lot bad about Boom's Buffy, but Dan Mora was one of the few good parts.
That he did indeed do. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now, is there a new Buffy comic coming out or a new Buffy TV series?
I'm not sure for either. I haven't heard about it.
I felt like I heard it was getting a reboot.
But I can check.
Okay. In the last months, the Gene Yang.
Yes. Wait, yeah, Kelly Thompson's gonna be writing that book.
Oh, that's right. Who's she writing it for? Is it still Boom or
Dynamite?
Dynamite. Okay. Last month's the Gene Yang Shang-Chi complete collection has been calling to me. I think it's time.
It is time.
Thank you, Lance, for being here. You know, Jess, way back in 2024. We're already on the latter half of August 2025, and
it's, yeah, it still feels like 2024 to me.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Earth's Geo, Jess and Dom, do you both have specific days and specific times you dedicate to just reading? I wish I was that organized. It would be great if I could set. It's usually I go in to one of the two rooms. If I haven't been sent something to review by a publisher and it's a free, like I can pick what I want to read, I just go to the stacks everywhere and just yank something out. Like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of my next reads now that Dom highlighted that boss issue.
So fun.
Yeah. So, and sometimes people recommend stuff in the chat that sound good to me, but what I really need is a specific day and time to make videos for my channel. Larry's really good at that, and I'm feeling better now. I was having a bad health for a little bit. I'm feeling better now, so maybe I can actually. That's probably a good idea. Do you do that, Dom? Do you have?
I do indeed. I have to because very fine conditions top honcho would kill me if I didn't have those set times. I'm only partly joking. I read. It feels like I'm reading every single hour. Just because some of these DC finest do take a long time to read, and on top of that, Omar gave me even more responsibilities on the channel, which I've actually been enjoying quite a lot. But it's just sapped out some more free time. I typically, whenever I'm on campus, I'll always bring a comic or two, which again usually is a DC finest because they're the easiest to store in my bag. And I just read it in between classes. Like I have a class that ends at 10:30 and a class that starts at 4 o'clock on Tuesdays. So pretty much on that Tuesday, I was reading this. I was reading this in the library, which has we got recliners in the library on the top floor.
Oh my gosh, I would fall asleep so fast.
Yeah, so it feels natural they're just being there. But yeah, it's the only times that I'm not reading Earth's Geomancer are when I am playing video games or if I'm in class. Otherwise I have to, because just because of my ADHD and autism, I tend to forget. So I will either fixate it on something super hard that it doesn't slip my mind. And sometimes I'm like, wait, what happened in the last issue? I need to go back. So I hope that answers your question. But yes, I do read every day. And I typically read in the mornings right after breakfast if I'm not on campus and if I'm not studying.
Okay, good question. That sounds like one of your choose your own adventure novels where you could choose the ending.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
an amazing concept. I have never seen that done in comics. Dom, what are your picks for Marvel compendiums besides ASM and Claremont?
I'd actually like to see Earth X get a compendium line. Just to make, I don't know, if they don't want to reprint the omnibuses of it, make it more palatable for the consumer. I think really the easiest answer that I could just give somebody is like put Bendis Ultimate Spider-Man and his Avengers run, like both of them all in like 2 or 3 compendiums and call it a day. 3 or 4 or 5, however long it takes. Because those series are fairly easy to get into, and I think they'd also sell incredibly well. So I think, for those, for the most part. I also want to, late 80s of 80s Avengers, put Stearns in an Omni. Doesn't matter if it's West Coast, regular Avengers. I think those would be my picks. I think I think the thing with Marvel for compendiums is there's just so much that's already collected in omnibus format. That at this point, you're asking like, hey, what made our top sales? And yeah, a lot of them would be some of the Ultimates books. But yeah, I think those would be my picks.
I feel like I remember hearing it that they're going to release Omnibus Volume 2 of all new event or the new what the hell is that called? The New Avengers by Bendis.
Yep.
They're releasing a second one. What about Mighty Avengers? Does Mighty Avengers mesh with New Avengers, or is that a separate?
Yeah, it's fair. It's still Bendis, all whatever his long threaded plan on Avengers. It's still very much like that.
But do you need to have? I mean, do they cross or supplement each other at all, or are they completely different stories?
They ran at the same time.
Okay. So, do you need to read Mighty Avengers along with New Avengers, or are they separate?
I would say yes. I would say yes. You would need to read it alongside.
Okay, so we need Mighty Avengers Omnis.
Mm-hmm. We need a Dark Avengers Omni too, or make that OHC into an Omni somehow.
Yeah.
One book from that era that I don't think has ever been collected in oversized is Dan Slott's Avengers Academy. It's never gotten an omnibus from what.
Well, let me see.
Poor mind.
Avengers Academy. Wait, is this Bendis?
It's Dan Slott and Christos Gage from what I remember. Yeah.
Okay, wait a sec. I'm pretty sure I read this.
It's Christos Gage. Yeah.
Is it this one?
Yep. There it is. That's Christos Gage.
Okay. It's backwards here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, this could easily make an omnibus. Actually, I don't think I have read this. I think I'm thinking of something else. This looks boss as heck. Oh, God. Now I've got Terrifics and Avengers Academy. Thank you. I agree, Dom. I enjoyed Saladin's Ms. Marvel.
I did too.
Also both TV and comic for Buffy. Okay. Both.
Didn't know about the TV part, but the Kelly Thompson part, yeah.
Cool. Mora drew some robots in Absolute Power. Thank you, Brian. My LCS stopped selling single issues due to the Diamond Crash, and my Daredevil stopped with Ahmed's Daredevil issue 18. So every cloud's got a silver lining because they quit on Ahmed's Daredevil. Are you allowed to reveal what your major?
Yeah, I'm a business analytics major with a concentrated minor in information systems management.
Wow. That's amazing. Oh, this is very fine.
Oh.
So he's watching, Dom. He is always watching.
I got a text from him earlier in the show, so. And apparently my phone changed up its ringtone. The ringtone that I used to have for Omar, they removed it in the most recent Android update, so now I have to find a new one.
Oh, that's no good.
I know. It sucks.
As I get older, I'm getting close to 40. I'm realizing I should not read when I'm tired. I won't remember what I read the next day if I was tired. Avengers Academy and Arena would work together as one comic.
Is that it would?
I feel like I have Avengers Arena too. Who wrote that?
I think it was it Dennis Hopeless who wrote that, Chris Brogan?
Okay. That's one of those bootleg ones that I have. I have and Secret Avengers, I have a couple bootleg omnis of those. All of Mighty Avengers is in that OHC, so no need for an omnibus. Well, I don't have any Mighty Avengers.
They're gonna omnify that OHC, Jarn. I almost guarantee it.
Well, that's cool. Because I don't have any Mighty Avengers. Okay. So this has been great. Is the chat wanting to ask Dom more questions or anything? No, I don't have it. I never even thought of Mighty Avengers as a companion to New Avengers. So I don't know. Is it out of print now, or there? Oh, you said they were going to make an Omni of it anyway.
Well, I figured, not that it's going to happen, but I figure.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, we can talk to each other for another 5 minutes.
I'm down. Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, here's a question. Jesse, streaming this weekend? I am. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the return of the Minister of Comics to Batter Days. And James has already made a great thumbnail for me, so it's awesome. This is funny. When it comes to ringtones, a friend of mine had Eurythmics' Here Comes the Rain Again whenever his wife called. It was not a happy marriage. Oh my gosh. Now we are getting more Superman and Supergirl collected editions in 2026. What do you want to see next collected? I have one book, Superman Bronze Age, Volume 1.
Okay. Did you see the contents of the first Omni, Jess?
For Batman?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't. Where would I find that?
Oh, it's the latest video on your brain or yesterday.
Oh, so you're forcing me to watch Very Fine Condition to get.
Unfortunately, yes. But it's me you're watching and not.
Okay. I'll give that a look.
What would I want collected?
In the realm of Superman and Supergirl.
I still want a Supergirl by Peter David Omnibus Volume 1, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Still want that.
Yeah. I still have to decide on Supergirl New 52. I have the trades, and I'm wondering if I should get the omnibus. My ringtone is Tony Stark's cartoon ringtone he had in the movie. Dom, how do you feel about Lego Batman having the free flow Arkham combat?
NFL, dude, I'm so glad you asked because I have been trying to find a channel to talk about somewhere. So just a quick overview for folks who might not have played the Lego games. When you play Lego game on a controller, typically move with, the left stick, the D-pad, and these are like X is your jump. Circle is usually like, hey, you can, or triangle is usually, hey, you can change your character. And you attack people by using the square button. In previous Lego games, you would have to, this is what you would do to kill other Lego characters. You have to spam this button, which is usually the square. For Xbox is X. For Nintendo, it's Y. In the brand new Lego Batman game, you can now, I am going to anyways assume, use this button, and this button, all for free flow combat. And it makes me so happy because I'm pretty sure that, well, all of the controllers that I had on my PS3 that I used for the Lego games always had like paint chipped off because I just spammed this button so much. But I am so excited, NFL, for the future of Lego games, and specifically that I can finally KO people using more than one button on Lego Batman.
That was awesome. Juice Dragons would like to see. Oh, this would be great. A hardcover treasury size version of Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what Kenny wants. Supergirl, The Girl of Steel, Omnibus Volume 1 and 2. I want to see collected. Oh, yeah, this is a good idea. 2005 through 2000. The pre-New 52. Dom is VFC. Long live the King of X. Earth's Geo wants to know if you're watching Alien Earth.
My friends are. I have not yet.
Dom, I know it's a little early, but I was curious what DC finest you are looking forward to most in September.
Red Skies for Batman, which is literally right before Crisis on Infinite Earths Batman. I can't wait to get some Doug Mensch action in. I'm probably going to read through a lot of those issues digitally first before I get it, though, Matt. That is the one I'm most excited for, and it's not close.
I forget when people say, I don't know if this is appropriate for the DC Finest book, but when Omar uses it a lot, Red Skies, it's like a Red Skies issue or something. What is that? I forget.
It is supposed to be the issues, or the issue that ties in specifically with Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's also it's like issue 390 or something like that, of Batman, where the sky actually turns red, but everything is calm in Gotham for some reason. Batman has to figure out. Everything is calm and serene in Gotham, like life is normal. But you look up and the sky is red. Reminds me of those. There was a unrelated. There was a documentary on Animal Planet called Animal Armageddon, where they talk. It's essentially like all the mass extinctions that have happened on the Earth, but they're all animated. And there was one specifically where like the sky, like after a gamma ray burst, was completely red, but the narrator was like, but nobody notices that the sky is different anyways. Like everyone just went along with their time. And it's pretty much, that's the same premise in the book.
Okay, thank you. That actually helps. Kenny wants to see that too. Yes, you do, Kenny. I knew it.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
A lot of people do. Kryptonite Nevermore and Oversized? Absolutely.
Right. I agree. Looking forward to that Red Skies Volume 2. I think Daredevil Epic Collection To Dare the Devil comes out the same week also. Exciting stuff.
That's a name.
70s to 80s Marvel runs would be great as compendiums. It's still always confusing for people to find out that Epic Collection Volume 17 of something is the one that's right for them.
Yeah, I do wonder, like, how many people... I worked at a comic shop, so we had people still buying epics and whatnot at the shop, but the most interesting thing was just, like, there was always a certain type of person. I'm not trying to stereotype or profile anyone, but there was, like... They're not as popular as, the other trade collections. When I worked at the shop, they were pretty much like, hey, they're in the back, they're with the classics, and they just didn't get picked up as often as, say, a regular looking trade of Batman The Long Halloween or something. And I think that I find it interesting to like have people say like, hey, what is it? Like somebody asked me like, hey, what is this Spider-Man book about? And they didn't know. And I had to explain them like, hey, like this is specifically collecting this, and that. And for some people, like having the volume numbers is a small deal breaker where it's like, hey, I have to get the other, I guess in this case, 16 other volumes, right? Yeah. And so I find that it's an amazing line, but I find that the audience is curated a little bit more selectively than a regular looking trade paperback. would be.
Okay. Jess, can you feel it in your knees when a storm is coming? My knees are made of titanium. I had both my knees replaced. I do have my original kneecaps, though. They're still there. So no, I can't feel it, but it is totally annoying to go through TSA. I have to get wanded down specifically, and because my knees set off the alarm, and so I have to go through a extra booth, and I think I have to hold my hands up, and it does a scan because my knees set off the alarm. So that's a pain. I have a lot of metal in me. I actually do.
Secretly a member of the Weapon X program.
That's right. If only these were adamantium, that would be cool.
Would be.
I'm actually getting a video idea with Avengers Academy and the Terrifics sitting here. I think those are like under the radar classic books. They're like under the radar. They don't get mentioned very much, but they should. So that might be a good video. It's a lot of reading, and I need to find a few others. Okay. No, I can't run like the Flash. Actually, I was told that's one of the things I cannot do is run. So I ran across the street the other day to beat a traffic light, and it kind of hurt. So I'm not supposed to. I can't play tennis.
Oh.
The only thing I can do is walk and play golf. No skiing. I guess I could bowl, but no tennis because it's too much running and stopping and starting. So yeah, but the pro of this is that I'm not in any more pain with my knees. And oh, mama, that was painful. Oh, maybe it's your mother box that's causing your internet to go out. Oh, I would love to hear your thoughts on Avengers Academy. Okay. A lot of the Bronze Age Superman was published in a translated version here during the 70s. I'm fortunate to have more than a few of them. Wow. There's hardly anything. This Kryptonite Nevermore is like the biggest thing in DC Finest, is the biggest thing we've gotten.
Yep.
Dom, are you picking up the new 4K Blu-ray of Casper?
I'm saving up for all the Omnis that I want in Q4 of 2025, and also the brand new Pokemon game that's coming out in October. So I will probably not be going to get it.
Are you still playing Donkey Kong Bonanza?
I am still playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm still trying to find ammonite fossils at every single spot and level that I can. It's taking up the side quest hunting has taken up too much of my time. I still have yet to finish the story, and it's been how many weeks?
Yeah, it sure looked good.
It's amazing. I love the game, but I'll tell you one thing about Nintendo games, man. They find, again, this is my case, but they do find a way to trigger the, oh, there's a nice, cool looking side quest. You should stop playing the main game and waste some time to start up this one so you can give us more screen time. They're very good at doing that, and I can't say they don't have good game design, because the game is amazing.
Right. I'm struggling with these open world games now. Like my daughter and I, for Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, there was just too much for us to do. We were starting to we're starting to lose interest, and now we haven't played it probably in a year. Yeah, so there can be too much for me anyway in these open world games.
Oh, I feel it. I mean, like I was talking about this with a friend of mine who hadn't. So they're like, for reference, I have two friends who have I've been talking about with a lot for the brand new Pokemon game, or not the brand new, but the most recent Pokemon game that came out in 2023. I'm playing with a friend of mine who hasn't played since 2007, and this is the first time that he's picked up a Pokemon game, because I told him, hey, you have a Switch too. Do you want to play Pokemon with me? And he said, heck yeah. Why would I not want to do that? So that's all we've been doing. But I remember talking to him about just the overall, game, concept and design, because it is an open world Pokemon game. It is you actively choosing where to go as your character and deciding, hey, this is where I'm going to spend the next couple of hours in this particular location. And I told him, imagine giving this open world Pokemon game to somebody in 1999 and having them experience. I mean, it's so completely just bonkers out of the idea that, like, if I gave the game to somebody in 1999, they would be like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest game ever. Like, where has this been all my life?
Yeah.
And I just find it so interesting now that, like, sometimes, like, it can get a little bit too overwhelming for some people. But I do think that is the way that the gaming industry is just sort of heading, where, like, every single game now has to be open world. Like, Mario Kart World Mario Kart is now an open world game. Like, if you would have told me that in 2006 when I got my first DS, I would have. There's no way Mario Kart, I can go wherever I want to. But yeah, I just think that's the trend in the industry.
So Mario Kart was I mean, I had a couple of Mario Kart games through the ages, but is the scenario that you can just get in Mario Kart and not race? You can just go explore the open world?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Gabe's been doing. On the Tuesday shows or Monday shows, sorry, and like telling, hey, like, I have skill issues with the races, but he enjoys, like, just driving around. Yeah, that's all you could, like, you can go from, like, one course track to another, find blocks, find these, like, hidden panels that you can step on, Princess Peach medallions, and you get to unlock more stuff if you do that, which I also find really cool.
That sounds great. So Gio has been doing that?
Yeah, Gio's been doing it.
I'll talk to him about that.
I called Gio Gabe. I feel so bad.
It's all right. I get it. The only game I really want to play again is the original Sim City. My daughter played. I think she still plays Sims, and I would always come up when, like, some guy was on fire or she had killed somebody.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 3 and GTA Vice City introduced me to the concept of open world, and it blew our minds at the time.
I can only imagine. I mean, like, that was me when I got my my cousin's PSP and started playing on GTA, and I got in trouble because I think I told you the story, Justin. My cousin tattletaled on me and said, "Hey, your son is playing a video game that has him killing people in it." Which I'm still mad at him to this day, but whatever.
It was his game?
It was his PSP. Yeah, it was his game, his PlayStation Portable. He let me play on it. And yeah, then he told my mom that, and then my mom called me and he was like, "Hey, we needed to talk." I'm like, "Talk about what? What have I been doing?"
How old were you?
It's like 8 or 9 at the time. Yeah.
How old's your cousin?
He's 4 years older than 4.5 years older than me. He was like 13.
What a punk.
I know.
To narc on you? That's crazy.
I know.
But it makes a good story.
It does. I love my mom, but sometimes she is a little bit strict. That's okay. I love my mom for who she is and wouldn't be here without her. So
yeah,
can't blame her.
Of course.
I want to. Could you highlight Jarn at 9? I want to comment on the thingy real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yes. I talked about this a little bit with Jess. I think on our July collected edition stream. And I guess for those who might not know, it's the same game that you can put in your Switch 1 or your Switch 2. But the original version for the Switch was so poorly run that people were saying, like, yeah, Nintendo even said that, yeah, the Pokemon company should not have released that game in that state when it released at the time. Like, that's how bad it was. And all of the patch notes that even said, like, oh, we fixed this, we fixed this, we fixed that, at least for the Switch 1 version, the main core issues remained from the main game to the 2 packs of DLC that they added on after the release of the game. Granted, I have been only playing the Switch 2 version, which has 0 of those problems. The game looks great, in my opinion. I know that it has some base models that look like a PS3 game, but other than that, I love the designs. I love, the graphics are good. The game runs exceptionally well. I have not had any problems with that. No loading time, which is awesome. And everything just runs smoothly. I have not had any issue. So when people tell me about like their horror stories for the Switch 1 version of the game, I kind of shrug because I'm like, I didn't experience the only version that I have experienced is the version where none of those issues are existent. And I feel bad because it's a completely different experience that everybody else has had. I feel like if the game had actually come out in that state, say like, oh, there's a brand new Pokemon game for the Switch, it would have definitely been at least received better. That being said, that specific Pokemon game that I was just talking about, which is called Scarlet and Violet, it's now the second highest selling Pokemon game of all time. It passed 27 million units or something a couple of months ago. And this was before the Switch 2. This was before the Switch 2 version. So I'm going to assume that more millions of units were sold since then. And the only Pokemon game that has sold more since or besides that game is the original Red, Green, and Blue for the, all the way back those decades ago.
Wow. Okay. Uh-oh. Weapon Jess, thanks for
Hey, Jess in Barry Windsor Smith's clothing.
That is great. Good job, Matt. Horizon Zero Dawn took me like 8 months to finish. Yeah, I'm hesitant to play Forbidden West. It's way bigger. Way bigger. Jess, what's next on the reading pile? I think that there's a couple of books I need to review for Titan because they sent me them, and I'll do a review and overview on them. One of them is, it's right here.
Is it Savage Sword? Oh, it's Blade Runner
2019.
Ooh.
And then I should have done an overview on this because it came out last week. So I need to do a review on that.
Okay.
And they also sent me the 5th book. Wait,
is that Jim Zub's Conan?
Yeah, for Titan. I think this is book 5.
Nice.
So I have to pay attention to these books because Titan was nice enough to send them to me. I want to do an overview of Blue Book, but for the reading pile, I guess I'm going to push away Justice League Dark, even Rebirth, even though I love it and need to read it. I think the Terrifics and Avengers Academy are...
He's found his the new wave.
Yeah. I mean, these look so great. But these might be next on the reading pile. He tattled on you, Dom? Commit some real life Grand Theft Auto against him as payback.
He's, man, I would love to, but the guy's been malnutritioned since I graduated high school, so I don't even think I could even if I wanted to.
He's been malnutrition.
He's had a lot. He just hasn't been getting the nutrients he's needed day by day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'd love to, but family is first, and his well-being is a lot more important to me than getting back. And also, I don't know, man. I don't like being petty. I just find it dumb to hold. I think life is too short to hold grudges unless you have specific, legitimate reasons for holding them.
Yeah, in the big picture, that's kind of a small thing.
Yeah.
But I understand the need for revenge.
I got it. Revenge is a dish best served cold, just like Frosties. So can't blame him.
Pokemon really needs more modernization, better animated cutscenes, voice acting, gym level scaling. What is gym level scaling?
Well, it's just Pokemon games. You have to fight certain gym leaders or go to gyms so that you can rank up and progress up so you can finish the game. Yeah. I don't know about the difficulty levels there's Geomancer. I mean, the difficulty is, like Pokemon is still like you still want kids playing the game. That's not like Resident Evil or Halo or Call of Duty where it's like, oh, there's only a certain specific. I mean, Pokemon is for, in my opinion, it should be for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're 5 or 55. You should be able to sit down and enjoy throwing Pokeballs away and making friends with all of the characters you catch. That being said, I would love to see some level scaling because considering that it is open world now and you can go anywhere, if you want to be able to go anywhere, you should be able to go to spots where, you accidentally run into the level of a Pokemon that's not level 1 or level 6 or level 12. It also would be nice to have some voice acting, but considering that almost no Nintendo games have voice acting, I don't know if they'd invest money into that. I would like them to have a better game engine, but I mean, I'll take what they have. And like I said, I've really, really enjoyed Scarlet for the Switch too. So we'll see. I'm very excited for Legends ZA. Hopefully that's continuing in a step towards the right direction, like the Switch 2 version of Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus. Okay, that's it. That's my piece.
Okay. Oh, this is good to know. Titan's Blade Runner series 2019 is great. Awesome. I pre-ordered the BR Blade Runner Omnis for my LCS. Looking forward to them. Oh, now you guys have got me all excited to read it. Played the original top-down first 2, and the change to third person for GTA 3 open world was mind-blowing. Oh, this is a good question because I was going to ask you if you've got any new plushies. How many Clodsire plushies do you have?
I tried to find some at the San Francisco Nintendo store, Jarn, and they said that they weren't restocking anything Pokemon or anything related to Pokemon until that the new Pokemon game comes out in October. So I will check by then. I love Clodsire though. Clodsire was one of the main Pokemon I use in the most recent game. So,
okay, in San Francisco, there's a Nintendo World,
Nintendo Store.
Nintendo Store. How big is it?
It's 2 stories. There is a main level and there's an underground level.
Cool. So what do you buy there? What is something that you would buy there? What do they have?
They've got apparel, they've got video games, video game consoles, video game controllers, they've got accessories, they've got keychains, they've got magnets, they've got memorabilia, they've got books, they have plushies, they have kitchen decor, they have furniture or small pieces of furniture. They have magnets, they have everything.
Whole Nintendo store. That sounds great.
It's heavenly. I have enjoyed my time in both of my visits, although I will say the second visit was a little bit more disappointing because everything that I personally wanted, I'll just say they got eviscerated by the people, I guess, who visited in between my first and my second visit.
Oh, they took all the good stuff.
Yeah, there's a line outside. They have to wait. It's like a 15-minute wait on weekends.
Really?
Yeah, there's a wait. It's always crowded.
Wow. Matt, had a great time with these two young guys in chat. Wait a sec. I see me, but who's the other? Thank you all for fun night. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Good to see you, Matt. I see me there. I can't make out who the second person is. Dom, are you playing Max Finale in Pokemon Go this weekend?
I wish. The only thing I'm going to be doing this weekend is reading and working for very fine condition.
Jess, what are war bonds? What are you buying? What do you get as the buyer, and where does the money go? Is this a serious question? War bonds date back to World War II.
They do indeed.
Seriously? I was not born back then, so I want a Galarian far-fetched plushie badly. What the heck is that?
It's so Farfetch'd is a Pokemon that are very early Pokemon. There is a variant of it in a game called Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's specific to that region where it actually can evolve into a thing called Surfetch'd. It's a, how do I describe it? It's a bird that looks like a knight. Like it has a sword, it's got a shield, but this is the pre-evolution of that. The only thing I will say, real quick, not related to the plushie. I did buy Pokemon Sword. I was very disappointed by it, but I only think that's because I played Legends Arceus and Scarlet on the Switch 2 before I played Sword.
Okay. Let's see. I came here for comics talk and stayed for talk on grout cleaning and war bonds. Oh, this is interesting. I saw the San Diego Con Squirtle Squad exclusive plushies are going for crazy money.
Too much for me. I thought about it and I went, nope.
Okay, so it's me and Dom in this Matt H picture. Okay. That must be Dom.
That's me on the right. I don't know who's photoshopped on your face on the left. Jess.
Oh, that's me in my 1980 velour shirt.
Oh.
That's all of me, yeah.
All right, that works.
Let's see, war bonds. War bonds are debt securities issued by a government to finance military operations and other expenditures in times of war without raising taxes to an unpopular level. They are means to control inflation by removing money from circulation in a stimulated wartime economy. War bonds are either retail bonds marketed directly to the public or wholesale bonds traded on a stock market. Oh, wait. This is interesting. How do war bonds book? Their face value. Oh, my gosh. There's a ton of information here. This is interesting. I don't know if people are going to care about it in the chat. They are 0 coupon bonds. Each war bond had a face value between 10 and 10,000. As for what you pay up front, you typically buy a war bond for somewhere between 50 and 75% of the face value of the bond. And so you'll get 100% back.
I feel like I'm in AP US history class again.
How do I redeem war bonds? Well, we haven't even used them since the 40s.
We can
Okay, wait. Here's an example of what they might be worth. Let's say you have a $500 bond from 1941. Using the calculator, that bond would be worth $1,800 today, having earned $1,400 in interest. You'd also find that it was originally bought for $375 and matured in May of 1981. 40 years. Okay. There you go. War bonds are the friends we made along the way. War bonds on Friday night. Whoop. OmniDog, please check out Titan's Michael Moorcock's Library series, some of the best comics published during the last 40 years. Next time I talk to my contact, I will ask for them. A couple other people, I think maybe Tony from Sweden has been bugging me about that. So maybe I can do it. War bonds are going to randomly show up as a question on the next OmniBros Jeopardy. Well, I'm out of energy because I had to clean the house, so that robbed me of everything. So let's see, Dom. What are you going to be on in the future here? What are your future shows?
Future shows. I've got the Finest Fridays with Curtis next week on the 29th, where we will be talking about DC Finest Hawkman, Wings Across Time, DC Finest Justice League of America, The Return, and DC Finest Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle challenges the Red Knight on my channel. I'm also like less than 80 subscribers away from 4,000, which I still find absolutely insane.
Nice.
I mean, I literally just started last year and I'm at 4,000. I mean, I don't think I can dream of a better start than I have.
Pretty fast growth.
I mean, it feels like I'm past essentially everybody else that I know in the community, but hey, I'm not going to complain about that. Just very thankful that I continue to get to do what I do, with the guidance and support of you and everybody else. And then, keep on the lookout on stuff on the Unfortunate Very Fine Condition channel. Yes. I've got a couple of overviews that are going to be up on there along with, DC news, because I am doing those bits on that. So that is where you can find me, of course, cr.com. If anybody here is interested in the longest and most up-to-date running spreadsheet on everything that you can think of, check out all of us and all the solicits at comicreleases.com. And that is the bits of me.
And I think next Saturday is our collected editions live show.
I would believe you're right.
Yeah. Gosh, the months just zip by.
They do.
And there could be very fine condition Marvel solicits next Thursday that I appear on, and probably Dom. I don't know.
He does invite me, but I usually am very busy on Thursdays. But I might. We'll see.
Okay. I think that's it for me. And next Saturday is collected editions.
Collected editions with the other half of cr.com.
That's right. Great show as always. Thank you. Peace and love from Yarne. Have a good night, everybody. Be excellent to each other. Exactly. Jess and Dom, thanks for a fun show. Thank you for being here, CNSS. Gee, how'd you do that so fast? Left you on the TV as I went to get a shower. I was laughing at the war bonds and had to run out and make this. That's what, when I Googled war bonds, that picture showed up and he stuck my face on it. That's really fast. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the next evergreen, am I allowed to say?
I know. Okay, so it is next month at the end of the month is what we do have when we do have it scheduled. Yeah, next month at the end of the month is the next Evergreen show on very fine condition.
But we can't say what it's
I don't think we can say it. No.
Okay. Yeah. VFC invited me for it, but I'm not sure I have enough knowledge for that one. I think everybody else is probably way better than I am at it. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. I'm always careful around these things because I will just say, James, the last thing I want is Omar on a phone call and he's like, "Hey, are you free?" And then I call, it's like, "Oh, what'd you do?" It's only happened once. That once was too much for me.
I hear you. You don't want to get chewed out by him. There is a schedule. I keep forgetting to post it, but yeah, I have it in my head. So we leave you and thank you. Peace and love. Oh, wait a sec. InstockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 30 to 60% off in some of the sales on the site. Don't forget your 2% extra loyalty discount. This Monday, we're giving away a free $50 credit gift card on IST, courtesy of IST. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping, which is crazy, amazing, in the United States. Fabulous customer service, value packaging. That's InstockTrades.com. Yeah. Okay, and I will hit this. And thank you. Peace and love to everybody that showed up. Really appreciate it. And thank you to Dom for appearing. This was wonderful.
This was fun.
Thank you, buddy. Peace and love.